Waves, I know the mission the same. I made a splash, now all of my passes last like running a race with Usain. I keep it coming like this a buffet.
What up? What up? So we got a fun one today. We actually have a pop-up going on in my hometown, about 30 minutes away from where we are now, where the shop is located. So y'all gonna come along with us for a quick pop-up. This is called a sip and shop event. I'm gonna be one of about 10 vendors at a local brewery. Probably shouldn't even have booked this event because we don't have a whole lot of stock. We are missing a bunch of sizes in our hottest selling items, but it's almost Christmas. So let's go ahead and get this last in-person event done. We got to take all these bins out to the car, and it's winter outside up here in Alaska. So come on, day in the life of a how to make some cash at a pop-up. Time to get that cardio in, baby.
I'm in the graves, never gon' fumble it. I get the bag and I run with it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it, gunning it. Murray with the legs, all about finesse. I am not impressed.
All right, we got everything loaded up in the truck. So since this is a small venue inside a brewery, we're only using 2 racks, 1 rack for our bagged items, and then a chair. Super simple. Let's head over there.
I don't need a rash coming in with last thing you see the flash. Elohim with the melody and the kiss of kind of breath. 70, keep it heavenly, everybody get the bread. I got the bread and I got the juice. I got some dogs and I let them loose. Bring in the storm and this ain't the Zeus. Walk in the skies but this ain't the loop. This ain't the truth. We ain't the same, you ain't have a clue. I'm in the game and untouchable, cause I got the flame and this is the proof. Loading my tote, I still want all the smoke. We ain't talking about jokes, we just talking about more. I see all of my goals and it's looking like gold. I ain't asking for hope cause I know that this show now you seeing me blow. This is premeditated, I've been underrated.
Okay, so we are back from the event. It was an absolutely amazing day. We were there from 12 to 5, so a real quick 5-hour kind of pop-up event. I want to go over some things that I think will help you guys basically get a better reaction from the public, from the crowd, from your potential customers at pop-up events that are going to help you sell more items. So I got a little sticky note right here, and we're going to go over about 4 topics with a couple subtopics on how to better or how to make more sales at pop-up events. So let's go ahead and get into it. We do not put price tags. When we go to pop-ups and markets, we do not individually put price tags on our items. You might be thinking, well then how are people gonna know what they're buying? That's exactly the key. When you're watching someone and they're shuffling through your stuff, you need to get up and you need to introduce yourself to them and you need to tell them about the highlights of those products. So we've got 8-ounce, 10-ounce, and 12-ounce hoodies. When they're looking through the hoodies, we'll say, yeah, go ahead and feel the inside of that one. The inside of that one's super soft. That's our selling point, okay? When you don't have a price tag on an item, they have to ask you how much this is if they like it. When the people looking through our stuff, they ask me how much it is, I'll go ahead and let them know the specifics and the overall qualities of that item they're touching. So if they're going for one of our 12-ounce hoodies, I'll let them know, like, yeah, that's one of our heaviest hoodies. If you go ahead and feel the inside, it's fluff cotton. Now you're telling them about the product. They just wanted to know the price. Tell them about the product. Get them thinking about it. Once you basically justify all the qualities that that garment has, then you go ahead and let them know. So yeah, that's one of our best-selling items. That's $59.07, okay? If you want a lighter or a cheaper item, go ahead, drop down to the 10-ounce. Our 10-ounce is $54.99. Our 8-ounce is $44.99, okay? So not having a price on your items is going to make that customer have to talk to you. All right, so when you go to a pop-up event, one of the biggest things that I always think helps you be able to make more sales is your branding and overall appeal. Okay, so if you show up at a pop-up event and you have no branding going on, so you just have random clothing racks, they don't even match, there's some that are white, there's some that are blue, there's no branding there. Without people coming up and checking out your clothes, actually physically touching your clothes, which who knows if they're gonna come over to your area because it doesn't look copacetic, it doesn't look crispy. So what you need to do is you need to get you either a clothing rack where you can attach a sign that has your logo or at least the name of your company, or at least make your stuff look clean. So if you got a bunch of clothing racks, go ahead and spray paint them all black. If you've got a brand theme where your brand is the colors black and red, go ahead and spray paint that stuff black and red. Take time into basically being proud of the way that your brand is appealing and being shown to everyone. So for us, we actually have a couple North Face clothing racks that look real professional. We've got our logo on them, and then we have one large rack where we're able to showcase our products on the top shelf. Okay, so number one is make sure you are appealing to the public. Just like when you're walking around a store, if you walk into a grimy store, you're not going to go over and check out what's on the racks. For some of y'all out there that have worked retail before, whether it's Walmart or American Eagle or any type of retail store or sports shop, Foot Locker, whatever it may be, all right, y'all know the term facing products. So when people come into the shop and they go around and they, like when you're in Costco, man, I love Costco. I'm old, y'all. I'm 32 years old, okay? I love Costco. When you go into that big, crazy, messy area with the clothes, everybody's pulling stuff off. They are not folded nicely after you get a rush. When it's quiet or when it's slow within the pop-up, go over to your shelf. Literally go over to your racks and make sure all the sleeves, they're out nice. Make sure all the clothing is facing the right way. This is called facing, and it actually does help. It doesn't make your rack look like a mess. If it looks clean, people are going to shuffle through. Once they're gone, go ahead and make it look nice. This is very important, y'all. It also helps the day go by faster if it's not as busy of a market or a pop-up. You just get up, do your thing, stretch your legs. Take whatever opportunity you can to get those people to be customers. Not only to be customers and basically buy your product, but to also buy in to where you started or what your brand stands for, okay? So I be talking to people all day. Like, man, sometimes I would show up to a pop-up, man, and we're there for a first hour, and then boom, within 30 minutes, I feel like, dang, were we really here 5 hours? Because I'm up and about. I'm talking to people. That is key. Let people know that, you know, who you are behind the brand, and be nice to them, okay? The next thing in is being approachable. If you go into a pop-up and you look around and there's a bunch of fools, you know, sitting on their chair, on their cell phone, looking up, not smiling, just messing around on their phone, people ain't going to come up and shop. I mean, you can be on your phone sometimes, but the moment that somebody comes and starts shopping your stuff, you've got two options. You can watch them, see what they touch, see what they feel. You can kind of get a vibe of if they are an actual buyer or they're just checking out what you got. So I'm always smiling. If I see somebody come over and start looking at our stuff, I put my phone away. If I feel like they are a potential customer, I will introduce myself. I will make a joke. I will, you know, let them know like, hey, you enjoy these designs, huh? These designs are cool, okay? So go ahead and be approachable. Introduce yourself, see if you can use your personality to work that sale. This one kind of goes into the no price tags. That makes you have to talk to people, okay? Do not just let people come up to your clothing rack, search around for 10 minutes, and then, you know, maybe they buy something, maybe they walk away, okay? A lot of times what happens is somebody will come up and start looking at our stuff, and I'm like, okay, these guys are buyers. I'm gonna see what items they touch and what they feel, and in about a couple minutes, I will go ahead and approach them. Sometimes before I get to approach them, they'll move. They'll go start talking or going to look at something else. But I know they'll be back. When they come back, I let them know, like, hey, you were checking this out. What do you think about it? You know, this is a 12-ounce hoodie. This is what it's good for. This is why we're better than other places, right? So be approachable. Last thing I want to bring up today to end out this video of basically day in the life of a pop-up, how to make more sales, is when you are leaving your house or your warehouse and you are going somewhere in person with your garments. Traveling with clothes can be kind of tricky. So as you see over here, we have our online sale kind of stuff. We always have things bagged up. Now that it's wintertime here in Alaska for us, we are primarily going to only online. During the summer, fall, spring, we also do in-person events. So it doesn't make sense for me to bag up all of my items and waste those poly mailers and those bags to then just another week go and start pulling everything out to put on clothing racks. Okay, so when you are traveling with your clothes, we use those totes from Costco. You do not want, I've got 3 dogs, okay? This is a dog-free room most of the time. We got lint rollers. We keep everything as clean as possible. But you want to make sure you are taking the best care of those clothes before they get into the customer's hands as you can. So like I said, really kink out what it takes to travel with all of your clothes. I got a big truck. We usually, when we have a full amount of stock going to these big events, we usually bring 6 totes, okay? 6 totes. Some are folded on the clothing, or some are already on the clothing rack or the clothing hanger, and we just fold them, put them in bins. Those are the stuff that go onto the clothing racks. Then we bring our bag stuff. So when people are searching or shopping your items, you can say, yeah, you can try those ones on, but if you prefer, we've got clean ones in the bags over here that nobody's touched. So if you want to try that one on off the rack, go ahead. But if you want to buy one, we can give you this one. Some people really enjoy that because they know that nobody's touched that item. Other people want to purchase exactly what they felt and what they tried on. Okay, so these are some things. Like I said, we had a pretty good pop-up day. The event only costs $50 to join, and we made $500, so profit $450. We'll go in a little bit, and that was just four hours out of the day, or 5 hours out of the day. Okay, the weekend after Black Friday.